अच्छा, इंग्लिश की सर ने कहा था कि वो अपनी वो मटेरियल सीडीएस पे अपलोड करेंगे, तो सीडीएस पे तो अभी कोई ऐसा ऑप्शन आ नहीं रहा, मतलब कि अभी तो वो अटेंडेंस हर चीज पहले सेमेस्टर की आ रही है, रिजल्ट जो नहीं आया, तो तब तक हम लेक्चर नहीं तैयार करेंगे। मैंने तो स्क्रीनशॉट भी नहीं लिए हुए।
Today's experiment is detection of carbohydrates in any given sample solution by Molish test. Molish test is a qualitative test for detection of carbohydrates. If you have any type or any class of carbohydrate in your sample, you can detect them by Molish test. Either the carbohydrates or any sugar is present in monosaccharide form, we can detect it by Molish test. Either disaccharides are present, oligosaccharides, polysaccharides, or conjugated form or complex forms of carbohydrates are present in the sample. You can detect them by Molish test. That's why we call this test a group test for detection of carbohydrates. You can detect any form, any class, any group of carbohydrates. It would be a general test for detection of carbohydrates. So it's a qualitative test. We can just detect presence and absence of carbohydrates in your given sample solution. We cannot go with the estimation of amount of carbohydrates in the sample. That's why it's a qualitative group test and it's a knowledge test. It's a very general test, and you can detect the knowledge carbohydrates by using this test in any sample. First of all, if we go with the reagents, what the reagents we need for detection of carbohydrates, you should have two reagents. One is Molish reagent, and the second chemical which is required for this test, that is concentrated sulfuric acid. First of all, you need to prepare the Molish reagent, and how can you prepare it in the lab? You need to take only 1 gram of alpha naphthol, and you will dissolve this alpha naphthol in 100 ml of ethyl alcohol. Overall volume, including 1 gram of alpha naphthol and the ethyl alcohol, should be 100 ml. It should not be more than the 100 ml. This is how you can prepare the Molish reagent in the lab. You will take 1 gram and add 60 to 90%, 60 to 90 ml of ethyl alcohol and dissolve it properly. Then add more ethyl alcohol in this solution and take the volume up to 100 ml. This is how you can prepare this Molish reagent. And remember, the ethyl alcohol which you are using for this purpose, it should be 95% pure. The second chemical which is required, that is the concentrated sulfuric acid, and it would be already available in the lab in prepared form. You don't need to dilute it. You will use it as such as it is available in the lab. Then the second part of this experiment is the procedure. How can you go with the experimentation? That is, first of all, you will take two test tubes and you will label the one test tube as sample. It will be labeled as S. And the second test tube you will take and you will label it as blank, and B for you can label it with simple B, and B for blank. Then you will take 3 ml of distilled water, and you will transfer this 3 ml distilled water in B test tube, which is labeled as blank, and you will take 3 ml sample solution in which you need to detect the carbohydrates. You will take 3 ml sample or carbohydrate solution in test tube which is labeled as S, as for sample. Then in the third step, you need to add only two small drops of Molish reagent in both test tubes, in sample test tube as well as in blank test tube. Right? You don't need to take the larger drops and the more drops of the Molish reagent. Two drops are enough, and drops should be smaller. And then you will mix it properly, and the last step in which you will take 3 ml of concentrated H2SO4 in both test tube. But how will you add the concentrated H2SO4 in both test tube? First of all, you will incline your test tube, and then you will add the concentrated H2SO4 with the wall of test tube. Then you will add it slowly, and after addition of this concentrated acid in the test tube, you would not mix the contents of the test tubes, and there will be the separation of two layers in the test tube, and in the junction of the two layers of the test tube, there will be formation of a ring. And if you have a reddish violet ring in the test tube, it's mean that sample contain the carbohydrates. The other test tube, which is labeled as blank, and you had taken the distilled water in blank test tube, there would be formation of green colored ring, and the formation of green colored ring mean you there is no carbohydrates in the sample. It's a blank. This test is negative for the carbohydrates. This is how you can differentiate between the two solutions. One contains the carbohydrates and other don't. So this is how you can go with the detection. You can go with the Molish test in the lab. Now, what is the principle of this test? That is quite simple and easy. Principle would explain us what is the basic reaction, what is the basic mechanism, how you can have the reddish violet ring in the test tube, and what is the logic, what is the biochemical equations or methods to produce this complex in the end of this chemical reaction. First of all, whatever the form of carbohydrates you have in the sample solution, either polysaccharides, disaccharides, whatever, first of all, those sugars would be broken down, would be hydrolyzed due to the concentrated H2SO4, and it will be done in the presence of the water. So the polysaccharides or disaccharide would be hydrolyzed into the ultimate product, that is monosaccharide. Now, in the second chemical reaction, the monosaccharides are dehydrated, and again it will be done with the help of concentrated sulfuric acid. It would dehydrate the monosaccharides which are formed. Then on dehydration, when the monosaccharides are dehydrated, they would make furfural, and this is a organic compound, organic in nature. So there will be formation of the furfural in the on dehydration of monosaccharides due to the concentrated sulfuric acid, or there will be formation of derivatives of furfural. Then the last step in the principle, this furfural reacts with the alpha naphthol, which is present in the Molish reagent. The final product that is furfural, and it is reacting with alpha naphthol to make a complex. And you know that the complexes are colored, and the color of this complex would be the reddish violet. That's why you would have reddish violet colored ring in the end of this chemical reaction, and you can detect the carbohydrates. If you have carbohydrates, ultimately there will be the furfural on addition of sulfuric acid and alpha naphthol, and then this furfural reacting with alpha naphthol to make the colored complex, and you can detect the carbohydrates. If there is no carbohydrates, there would be no furfural, and ultimately there will be no reddish violet complex. Now in the blank test tube you would have green colored ring, rather the reddish violet. That green colored ring is formed due to the alpha naphthol, right? There is only alpha naphthol. You have added the distilled water in your blank test tube, so there is no furfural formation. That's why alpha naphthol would give us the green colored ring. This is how you can detect the carbohydrates in your sample solution. If you have any questions up to this, you can ask, please. These are some important bio questions which are related to the Malsh test.
सर ये हमारे साथ पीपीटी शेयर करते हैं।
सॉरी, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही, क्या कह रही हैं आप?
सर मैं कह रही थी कि ये पीपीटी हमारे साथ भी शेयर करते हैं।
अभी फिर नहीं आवाज आई।
सर ये
सर
पीपीटी शेयर
क्या
कर
कह
दीजिएगा।
रही है?
शेयर कर दूं?
यस
मैं अभी करता हूँ।
एक्सक्यूज मी सर।
जी प्लीज।
सर ये वाला प्रैक्टिकल भी हम प्रैक्टिकल नोटबुक पे लिखेंगे।
हाँ जी, ये लिखेंगे, जरूर लिखेंगे।
ओके सर।
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही।
सर बस लीव कर दें हम अब।
I think so. Sir is not here. We should leave.
हाँ जी, आप लोगों को ईमेल कर दिया है, ठीक है।